Hi guys, Senator Rennick. Just thought I'd give you an update. As many of you would have heard by now, I didn't get back into the Senate, which means my term will end at the end of this month on June 30. Can I thank everyone that's helped out over the last 3 to 4 months, especially in getting involved and helping out how to vote cards and all the roles associated with the election. Thank you very much. I just want to reaffirm that I am committed to keeping people first going, because I think it's really, really important that we get a strong grassroots party going in the minor parties. I think for too long the minor parties have been dominated by personalities. So at this stage, I'm still committed to going for another 3 years to keep the party, and with the view of growing the party. We've got over 2,000 members at the moment. I'm aiming for 5,000 members at least by 2028. I'd love to get more if we could. So please, if you are interested in fighting on like I will, feel free to join the party at www.peoplefirstparty.au. I should also like to congratulate all the other candidates who ran, both those who got up, and I wish them the best of luck in Parliament. They're going to need it with Albanese there. And I'd also like to wish all those candidates commiserations who didn't get up, because at the end of the day, our democracy is only as strong as those people that put their hand up and run. And regardless of whichever party you're from, the fact that you've got the guts to stand up and fight, makes our country stronger. So anyway, look, don't give up for those people who are strongly committed to people first. I certainly don't intend to. Our country wasn't built in a day, and I know, throughout the history of Australia, many people have suffered fire, floods and droughts, and they get up and they keep going. And I know that's certainly what I want to do, at least for the next 3 years in politics. I feel as though People First has a lot to offer. We are committed to lifting professionalism in politics. There's too much. It's been too much of a race to the bottom over the last decade, and I actually think that's one of the reasons why the coalition and minor parties probably didn't do as well, because we're too focused on just complaining about the other side and not enough on solutions. Certainly the coalition, they were very weak on solutions in terms of this election, and I think that's, the fact that they had such poor solutions, economic solutions, was one of the reasons why they lost. And that's another reason why I want to keep running, because I believe that our policies are the best policies out there. I mean, no other party wants to make superannuation voluntary. No other party wants to pay childcare to parents to help shift workers, for example, who can't access childcare. I know there's the Libertarians as well as ourselves. We want to lift the tax threshold, but we're the only two parties that want to do that. And of course, we're the only party that wants an infrastructure bank, because we know the way to get our country back on track is to build and start building infrastructure and making sure we leave our children with something in the cupboard like our forefathers left us. And one of the reasons why we are struggling economically, which is, causing immigration issues, housing issues and everything like that, is that we've sold all our infrastructure assets years ago. And that's one of the things we will continue to fight for, is to push the knowledge that, monetary policy and fiscal policy can work together in building infrastructure, which is what we desperately need in this country. So anyway, I'll look forward to staying in touch over the next few years. I've currently got the quote for the shed, so I intend to increase our size of our shed in the backyard in order to get a podcast up and running, which will probably take a couple of months. But obviously I'll keep posting on social media throughout that time. But I am looking forward to getting that podcast up and running, because there's a heap of people already who have indicated they're willing to come onto this show. And I think, we desperately need a centred podcast that deals with a lot of issues and that can bring together a lot of other podcasters. And we can get a real narrative going on social media in this country, because at this stage, I still think mainstream media have too much say in politics, at least. That is slowly eroding. But, unfortunately, even in this election, we saw a lot of people just vote for the two major parties because they don't know any different. And we want to change that. We want to let the, younger people especially know that there's other minor parties out there that do care about them and want to make sure and have the solutions to make their lives better. Because I think many young people at the moment, and many older people for that matter, are looking around asking, where do we go from here? And of course, the only way, the only solution to all this is good old-fashioned hard work, integrity, and keeping our nose to the grindstone, and that's certainly what I intend to do. So anyway, we'll keep in touch and talk soon. Bye.
Authorised G. Rennick People First Chermside.